you can never rule teams out because we've seen that before.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, that's a very good point. DRX does exist.
I feel like 2022 it's just ruined, because whenever you make a statement, you always have to add the DRX caveat, where someone just goes, oh, but what about 2022?
Do you know what the best part is?
When that happened?
We have Pioshik on one side and Beryl on the other in this very game. So it's relevant, you know? We're talking about DRX, they're not here today.
It's topical.
Exactly, it certainly is. And so is the draft, because that's what's on the screen right now. So that's a topic, I'm pretty sure. The Vi going to be the first ban. Wow, we are hearkening back with a very early Vi ban.
So, I was going to say, what are your predictions for the red side bans? Just starting with the A.
Ape?
Ape? I think Ape's pretty good.
I like AP. I'm getting a bit AP. So the Pantheon next.
Or would that be AP or Appy?
It's whatever you feel like.
Oh, okay. I'm glad we're getting some.
We'll take an American approach.
Oh.
Where you just get to kind of decide.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, how things are pronounced. I think that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
As
the
Pantheon? Whoa, they're denying us the AP? Or the API? Or the whatever we've decided to call it?
They've ruined our fun, which, quite frankly, I'm a little upset about. And now, Dplus obviously banned the Yanara, but where's the P? They can't finish it.
Well, they're not... Poppy, just ban Poppy. They can do it. They can find a way.
They can fix it. They can handle that. So, yeah, the blue side Pantheon, a little bit of a rare one.
It's going to be 8.
Some of the picks that are left open available, we haven't seen any top lane bans yet. Aurora open, Gwen open, Rumble open. Poppy comes... Oh, what? They denied it again!
Okay.
No P champions allowed.
This is AP assist or something. As the Annie, as we're going to go with Aya. Okay. Well, they can make up for it by banning... Okay, who do they have to ban next? What's another Y champion? Why don't I have a Y champion in my brain? Yorick! They have to ban Yorick and then Anivia, and then we're totally on board. Never mind.
Okay, wait, they're going for Rumble, but Aurora's open, and Shu has been pretty great on it, so he will just lock Aurora in.
Okay, and then Wukong as well.
Yeah, Aurora, Wukong, pretty strong.
Wouldn't a first pick Wukong be relatively good for the DN Freecs?
It would have been relatively good.
Okay.
Actually, looking at the Orianna, though.
Okay, Dplus. Showmaker has been gravitating towards this one quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean...
Orianna Wukong is a lot of power as well.
Did he fake it, take down Gen G with his pick?
He did.
Whoa.
Ornn? Or not? Oh, no, Ornn is.
Okay. We have seen Ornn into Rumble, and it's generally like Weather the Storm and become, well, the Lord of the Storm. And then they're going to go Trundle to deny the Trundle, so you can't shred the...
But then where's the Wukong?
That gives them Rumble, Wukong. They could just go like Rumble, Wukong, Orianna.
Or Orianna, yeah.
Yeah.
Just pick Wukong, Lucid. No, don't just pick... Okay, well, the Orianna is going to be locked in.
See, the weird thing to me is that I don't think, after DNF picked Rumble, I don't think the Ornn was ever under threat of being denied.
Yeah.
I don't think they were going to take the...
And Talia was up.
Yeah. This is DNF getting a lot of what they want. Dplus looking to go for the Nocturne, which is even with the Orianna, or is it the Jarvan?
Wait, if they do play the Orianna Nocturne, maybe it's just like, it's a gigantic like fake out from the DN Freecs that they've been putting into effect since the start of the season, where they've been picking Orianna Nocturne over and over again so that their enemies can lose with it.
Mind control.
It's beautiful. They're not going to fall for it, as the Jarvan is going to come in instead.
Well, I definitely would say that I feel like DN Freecs have gotten what they wanted.
Yeah.
Dplus, you know, they've gotten good engage. They've gotten the Orianna, which Showmaker's comfortable on. Definitely feel like an AD carry, a hyper carry to sort of follow up, and this is good, but you have a lot of engage threats you have to survive against.
This is a catastrophe of a draft. I'm just going to go out and say it. We do know that Dplus have been playing very well recently, but I feel like they've also been drafting pretty well on top of it. Let's see what they round it out with. I don't want to, you know, I do often warn people against counting chickens prior to the hatching of said chickens, but
I like the Lucian ban, because Lucian Braum, obviously Braum can stop the Ornn ult, so can make a good amount of sense. I do think the Rakan, a little bit concerning.
Yep.
I think maybe DM Freecs ban the Alistar. Alistar comboing with the Orianna is pretty scary, pretty spooky.
And something that Beryl has been gravitating towards. It instead will be a Corki ban to start things off.
I think Corki's I mean, he's been really strong recently, so a great denial would have been a good pick on 4 for Dplus.
See what Berserker is going to lose access to here, because of course things with a dash is probably what DK are looking at as far as denial is concerned. See what it is going to be. Already taken away the Lucian. Rakan.
I think the Rakan denial is really good.
Good one.
I wonder if DM Freecs ban... I mean, Sivir could have some challenges into... I mean, I think Sivir's okay, actually, but the thing is, you can't pick Sivir yourself as DM Freecs. Because the enemy team's got a Jarvan. So Sivir could be a good pickup for Dplus that maybe we're not deny. Jhin could also be okay. Although we don't really like Jhin too much into like Rumble Tillier, because you can kind of either equalize the ult or...
Also, you'd have no damage with a comp like that.
So maybe not. Maybe the...
Brad.
Yeah, to stop the engage makes a good amount of sense. It does mean the Alistar is open, though.
It's probably what Beryl is going to be looking towards, unless they want to go for support counter pick. Beryl has played Janna before, things like that. Janna actually works in this composition against the Wukong especially. I
think the problem with going Alistar on 4 here is they could go Nico into it, so they're just going to take the Nico themselves, go for that pick that obviously provides a little engage and that lane pressure. And now for the DM Freecs.
Are we just looking at a potential Sivir that they need to play into?
I think you can't play Sivir in a Jarvan.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So Dplus just probably pick it on 5.
Oh, maybe.
Oh God. Well, they are going to risk it.
It's a dangerous move. Sivir Karma, specifically the Nico, is a good lane matchup.
Maybe you can outrun the Cataclysm.
And it's going to go Nico Kai'Sa. Okay. I mean, yeah, I feel like I don't like the Sivir Karma here into the Jarvan, but it does do well into the Kai'Sa Nico. I feel like Dplus's comp is a little bit all over the place.
Yeah, I agree. I think that they already kind of made their errors at the beginning and have since tried to fix it with the Nico getting on through there and Beryl having access to that one. I think that that's shored up at least a portion of the bottom side of the map, but with a Karma there, it is still going to be one that DN can play through.
Interestingly enough, I think it was Aiming and Beryl who were first to play Sivir Karma. I know Beryl's played a lot of Karma.
He has certainly been clicking the Karma button quite a bit.
But it's a good matchup because a lot of... The thing is with the Kai'Sa Nico is a lot of the times the Nico really consolidates the Kai'Sa's weaker laning, and we saw that in the last series. Makes it a lot better. But into the Sivir Karma, you're going to have a rough time. So I think it's really going to come down to this mid-jungle of the Jarvan Orianna to get things rolling, and the Jarvan in particular to be in that Sivir flash on cooldown, because I kind of pretty heavily favor what DNF have put together in this one, but
I would agree.
We have seen DNF have edges in draft and not been able to capitalize before.
We have to remember we have spent the last 3 games observing the Legend group.
Yes.
Not only that, it's the tippy top of the Legend group. We are now, in reality, the reality of the Rise group, where drafts still matter, but nowhere near as much as the culture of the gameplay. Let's get into it.
시간사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, onto the Rift for game number 1 of our Rise group treat here. DNF versus DK. Last time around, it was a 2-0. The time before that, it was a 2-0, and I hazard to guess the times prior to that were also similar to the 2-0. It hasn't been a great time for DNF into DK, but that means, say the line. Can you say the line?
It's Rise Group, baby.
No, not that one.
Oh.
You needed to say that they're due.
Oh.
But that's okay.
They're not due yet.
They?
No.
Oh, God.
They won too much, man.
I thought that they have to be due. I guess, yeah, they did win, like, not last series, but the series before.
Yeah, they expended their Junos. That's how it works.
But against DK specifically, they're kind of due. Okay.
The problem with saying it, you have to be tentative when you say it.
Yeah,
You know?
that's a good point.
They can still win without being Jew, you know? That can happen.
Hey, that's a good point. Let's see whether they can channel some of that. Already, Berserker hits a very nice Boomerang Blade towards Beryl. His aiming is going to be shown up. Not respecting the Jaculov skin is the best skin rule that we do have here around the world, which is also still pretty cool.
Very fancy.
It's just not quite Jaculov.
It's not the classic.
No, it's not.
But it is very fancy, and, you know, I wonder if aiming has the skin.
He probably bought it with all the Gold King awards that he got. As
True.
Beryl doesn't have health.
Do you think he has... Do you think he has like a slot in his computer and he just puts like the coin in and it just like once he puts it in, it just gives him the skin like one exchange?
No, it just like as it's in there, it just gives him riot points per second.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
That's what happens.
Yeah, this lane is not going well.
No, I would put this in the cons column, well and truly. As Beryl not quite finding any tangle barbs or anything like that. As we are farming with the Void Seeker.
They do look cool though, don't they?
They certainly do. Sometimes that is the most important thing is, wow, Shiu says, you've got fire, well, so do I.
Yeah. I'm seeing Dudu do too hot so far in the early levels. Getting burnt a little bit by the Ornn.
Which is sad, because he wants to do the burn.
Oh my god.
Speaking of burning, aiming is going to have to leave.
Yeah, that's a go-home angle.
It is, and we do have to remember that this was something that they kind of opted into.
Yeah.
Although there's like, what do? You can pick Caitlyn, I guess. You could pick Jinx, Sneak. I don't know.
Could have gone Jhin. Would have been a bit better.
But also Jhin for the comp doesn't feel great. Kai'Sa still doesn't feel fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is the Kai'Sa Nico feels a little bit off the rest of the comp. I mean, I guess you do have Engage, but you're playing into a dive-focused comp. I don't know. I've said how I feel about the Dplus comp. And I love this from DNF. We've seen a lot of teams struggle to do this and lose games over it. But, you know, the recall comes out and they immediately read that the swap's going to come in. Obviously, the TP came quite early from Shiwu, and they match. And that's really important when you have such a favored lane matchup, because if they let aiming and barrel just chill and farm, you know, what was the point of picking Sivakama?
Yep. And also, aiming could only afford a cull. So, doesn't have biscuits or the pot that Berserker does have. So
yeah, that's not ideal.
Yeah, it's going to be feeling like this damage will stick. And we did notice there was a fair bit of poke damage that aiming had to deal with, as we can see here. Life trying to take the Nico for a walk, but isn't going to be able to do so, as Lucid is here towards his top side. See whether he's going to help out. There is a pesky monkey in the area as well. And Lucid is looking to come in by the power of Cyanide.
This is a good timing to come in when your laners are healthy before they get poked out. You leave it any longer, not going to have a real chance to make something happen. So if Life steps up too far and you find a gank, being a summoner can make a big difference.
Oh, Beryl is going to try and find his way in, and he manages to get the Tangle Barbs. Life goes down, and it's first blood for aiming. Oh dear. DNF, this was where they were strongest, and that's where DK strike.
Just great setup from Beryl there. Didn't really leave any counterplay. And once the first CC hit, the second follows. Great gank from Lucid. And as I said, perfect timing. When you still have health on aiming and Beryl, no chance for recourse. You can see they got chunked out. If they'd been low health already, that's where you start to get a little bit concerned about counter kills coming through. But no chance for happening there.
Very nicely done. She looking a little worse for wear, as Dudu has managed to dust off that flamethrower quite well.
That's the thing with the early matchup with the Rumble into the Ornn. You do... Oh, Life.
Yeah, he's going to pay a visit to Showmaker here, but he speeds himself up, has that phase rush available, so he just wanders his way out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so...
We haven't spoken about the walk strategy all that often this season.
It's a pretty great one.
It is.
Yeah, it goes for the E-Flash there. Really well played from Beryl, just to give no reaction time. And the fact that the Karma also burns the flash there, that is the best case scenario, is whenever you go for play, you get the flash and the kill anyway.
Yep.
And now, Lucid's being sneaky. Actually, no, it's Beryl. I got baited.
Beryl is also being sneaky.
He is being sneaky.
And
I love
also
how Nico's
being
been out
Lucid.
so long, and I'm still getting tripped
Oh,
up.
me too, every single time. But does it make you happy that, as leader of the Lucid fan club,
yes,
that there are like potentially 3 Lucids on the map?
that's pretty great. Any Lucid fan would be happy about that.
Yeah, but you mostly.
Me mostly.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Me especially.
That's a really good point.
Actually, I don't know if you know this, but my fan card got signed by Lucid.
Ooh. Did Showmaker sign it? Because he's in a little bit of trouble. Not a great segue, but I had to do something.
Chronicler borrowed it and got Lucid to sign it. It was very nice of him. But
that's a bit awkward.
it is my fan card, so I want to establish.
You know, Chronicler was trying to say that he was the leader of the Lucid fan club, but I clearly remember he was the leader of the Croco fan club at the same time.
Okay, we should try and
How
get to
many
the bottom.
fan clubs are you allowed to lead?
We should try to get to the bottom of how many fan clubs Chronicler said he's the leader of. Because I feel like he said he's the leader of the Pays fan club,
The Bulldog fan club?
Croco fan club,
Oh
Lucid
my.
fan club, Showmaker fan club.
It's really allowing us to believe you a whole lot more.
You know what? Let's try and find a player. He's not the leader, allegedly, of the fan club of.
Do you know what my favorite part is? I have said that I'm the leader of the Beryl fan club and Morgan fan club, and I will stick to it.
And I feel like Chronicler has probably also said those things.
Don't think that's the response.
That's the thing is that, you know, you guys might think, why are you so set on fighting over the Lucid fan club? It's not about that, you know. Obviously, it's important to me, but it's once he takes that, he's
about
coming for you next.
Yeah, isn't
right?
it about defending the truth
exactly.
more than anything else?
And he'll come for the Barrel fan club from you next. It'll happen.
Yeah. Oh, no, he won't.
And then he'll start saying he's the head of the Bro fan club, and Degon will get very upset.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope.
Well, let's see whether Berserk is going to be able to find this angle. He certainly looks like he will. Has on the hunt. Just needs to let... No, he doesn't have any mana.
Oh, so close there. But Eamon will be able to walk up. Doesn't have to be in the flash, importantly.
Yeah.
We'll have to back away. In the meantime, Lucid will be taking some grubs.
Grabs two of them. He can drag the flag all the way out as the Ram coming on down here, but there's also an equalizer. Flash has to be employed here by Shiu, who does get himself out, but that is going to be summon a spell advantage here for Dudu on that top side, and no ulti for the Ornn.
Never the best feeling when you... Oh
dear. Lucid will have access to a Command Protect relatively soon, but Showmaker not going to give him the orb.
Yeah, it must be rough for Chronicler seeing Bulldog and Lucid fight. He's apparently chairman of both fan clubs.
Oh yeah, true. Imagine if the Bros were playing in our next match as well, and like he also needs to bring his Croco fan club gear as well.
Oh man.
Oh, it's ridiculous. He's copping a lot of strays. We're sorry, Chronicler. Well, we sort of are.
No, we're not.
Oh, no. Orcs Unleashed. 2026 is going to be a crazy year, man.
Oh, it's going to be so sad, man. What else? What are we going to do?
I'm a little scared. Like, where does your focus then lie?
I don't know. This is so much of my material.
I'm so frightened.
Yeah.
Because it could be me next. You never know.
And, you know, I can still make some jokes about it when he's just left, but...
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. But there's going to come a point where it's like 2037, and I'm like, oh yeah, Chronicler would... And they're like, who is Chronicler?
Exactly.
Okay, that's a lie. We'll still remember him by then. We'll have the old heads who are like, I remember who Chronicler is.
Yeah, we would have had him converted to AI at that point, and he'd be casting again. I'm sure that's what'll happen.
People hate that comment so much. I like
And after we've been spending this entire time insulting, that's going to be the one that
that's
really
the one that
sends
hits
him over the edge.
most. Yeah, got him with that one. Oh, man.
All right. Voidseeker's not really finding too much. As we can see, DK have about 100 gold lead. That's why we're, you know, just being rude to Chronicler this entire time, because not a whole lot more has really happened after that first blood did come in. And the gold lead is being held even by Dudu, because he's just further ahead than Chiu, who just really wants levels in this game.
I mean, I feel like the matchup with the Rumble Ornn, it's one of the things we see it picked in as like a counter with quotation marks, but really it's just the fact that, you know, you scale up as the Ornn, you can kind of weather the storm, but it's once you get the Kanik Ruka in, that's the point where like the Rumble just can't really do anything to you anymore, because every time he tries to trade with you, you have a massive magic damage shield as a kind of buffer zone for any trades. So as soon as Shiwu gets that, he should be chilling.
Yep. He's getting closer as well.
Yeah, but he has obviously fallen a little bit behind there. Lucid has picked up his signature item.
Oh no, not the Winmore item.
Yeah.
He's also another Demacian champion. So I'm sure it just works the same way.
And it also feels so nice on Jarvan because you have the extra attack speed and your first auto
yeah,
has
the
passive.
first auto feels amazing.
So you just like, bap, Just slap him on the head.
You know, I feel like that auto wouldn't even need to do more damage to feel good. It just feels good.
Yeah. I do like the animation. You know, some champions, the crit animations are so cool.
Yeah.
But you
Like
don't see
Zillion.
them. I don't know what Zillion's is.
He doesn't have one.
Oh. No, he must. Every champion does.
I know he famously didn't. He did get reworked since
They
I
must have
knew that, I'm
Do
pretty
you know what? Have you seen Scions?
No.
He does like a little leg kick. He does
That
like a
is-
little leg kick.
Oh my god.
Someone did a video where he had loads of attack speed.
Wait, yeah.
He had loads of attack speed, and he had loads of crit.
He's just
and he
doing
looks
that
like,
dance.
Yeah,
Oh my god, it's so good.
Rels, she does like a backwards like hoop kick.
Oh yeah, like the bucking horse thing.
Yes, it's great.
There's bucking pants though, isn't it?
I guess.
Because the horse is her pants.
Yeah.
We have to remember that.
There's some, but like the thing is, how often are you going to see a Rel with crit? And you're probably thinking, where have I seen a Rel with Arena?
You've been playing Arena.
Arena. It's always Arena.
That is the way.
You know.
You know, like, I like Arena and all that, but it has made researching my my players very difficult.
They're just all playing Arena.
No, like, I don't even think Canyon is trying to keep an account in Challenger anymore. It's only Arena.
Yeah.
That is all he cares about.
It's, you know, I remember the Shy saying how,
Should I make it?
I remember the Shy saying how he used to play a lot of ARAMs, and he thought it was a great way to, like, give mechanics on top. I feel like Arena's the new ARAM, where it's just like,
yeah.
you know, if you can kite with, like, 7 attack speed, you know, and you're playing against, like, a Ziggs who just, like, 500 ability haste on Qs, then, like, you know, you can kite.
You're actually just playing a bullet hell game in League of Legends.
Literally. That's how it feels sometimes, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. But it is difficult for research.
It is, yeah.
Put that one down. DNF do have a little bit of a lead. Have managed to put that one together, largely because Dudu is just getting further and further ahead. That Arcanic Rukon is could not come any sooner, and in fact, it is going to come right now. So there it is.
How's that finished? But now setting up for Dragon. First Dragon in the game pretty late. In fact, so you see Lucid hiding in the brush, but the Dragon's giving away his position.
First items for both of our junglers as Pioshik does get tagged by Lucid. Fair bit of damage there is aiming. Doing decent work towards life as well. And with this Enchanter support, there's not necessarily that go button here for DNF that often teams are able to rely on as Pioshik decides to flash in as Bulldog is thrown so far away. The Dragon is going to get secured, and now Beryl going to go down first, but aiming gets into the back line, and he's able to pick up a double kill. Life going to be another one perhaps as there's the flash in. Acathian raining down, and he gets that cool animation with Uzi's skin there as well as he locks up the triple. That is 4-0 now for aiming. He is all of his team's kills.
Yeah, not the person you really want to be getting fed in this situation. Aiming in a
pretty good spot.
Very good spot. Yeah, so we see the engage comes in, Showmaker flashes out, Berserker hangs around though, and then ends up eating the Nico ult into the Shockwave and gets mega chunked. Flashes deeper into the pit, which just allows aiming to clean up. And I think that's the thing is that, you know, they don't catch the Orianna with the initial engage. They do end up getting the Dragon, but it feels like the focus from DNF a bit too much on the Dragon, whereas the focus from Dplus was very much on the fight. And we're kind of seeing that pitfall off the Sivir into the Jarvan.
Yeah.
And you can see Berserker didn't really want to flash out the Cataclysm, and then just ended up eating everything.
And it is a pitfall, like, quite actually, isn't it? Because you don't, it's not like you fall into a pit, you're just, a pit is built around you. And that is where you exist, and you just have a horrible time.
Yeah.
That's how it's kind of, how it's been.
And the thing is as well, it's like, you also have the Talia and you have the Karma. There's just a lot of good targets to Cataclysm. Some games you feel like the Jarvan's like, okay, you really picked that here. And then this game, I mean, the only thing that's really the negative is that the Unraveled Earth can be a bit of a pain point, and Wukong is a little bit finicky to deal with. But other than that, it's like you have 3 squishy targets that you can just Cataclysm.
Yeah.
If they're without Flash, which they currently are, he's trapped him in. And even that, Lucid ulted him when he had Flash, and it's kind of like, okay, if you flash away, I'm going to follow you. So he just...
Just did, yeah.
Yeah. So
The problem
Advantage now for, sorry, go on.
I was just going to say that the problem is that if he just walks up to you in Cataclysms as well, or Flash Cataclysms, then he always can flag and drag on top of you after a Flash anyway.
Yeah.
Just doesn't feel like there's that many great options. Of course, that is a little bit more spell shieldable, but still.
It's also a little awkward because if you spell shield too early, then the flag can proc it.
Yep, exactly. So it's a bit like trying to spell shield an Alistar combo, which we have seen a fair few of our LCK players manage to do quite well.
It's just tricky when the pressure's on, you know?
Oh, 100%.
And if you mess it up, you just lose the game.
Yep. And if you do it, you may not necessarily get POM because someone might do more damage. You know? So it's really hard. Aiming, looking for a bit of an angle here towards the bottom side as the ram is cool. Really cool ram. Great ram.
Yeah,
Aiming's like, well, guess I'm not coming down towards
Dudu sensing immediately that something was wrong, and there was a move from Aiming. That's the thing with the Kai'Sa, you can just kind of mosey on down to assist with these side lane plays. When you have an Ornn, you can set up the passive so you can ult in.
Oh, vision everywhere here for DK as well. A little bit of a scary moment, but no Ornhorn to come on through here from Xiu, who is currently burning down a little bit. In goes Beryl, looking for a little bit of an angle, but that's the shape splitter. Still gets a lot of information. As Dudu wandering over a ward, there is the wall down, and Beryl now potentially out of position, and the Pop Blossom not going to do anything at all. Some interruption coming on through, but that is not going to be enough here as DNF pick up the eye, and now look for Lucid and Aiming. Dudu also wanting to burn down Xiu, who does have a turret here up and available, but he'll miss that cannon, and that doesn't feel great at all. Rift Herald immediately going to get thrown down as DK starting to lose the tempo, and ever since this draft began, the tempo vibes haven't necessarily been there. This guy on your screen right now would argue against that because Aiming is still 4-0. But DNF making the most of a awkward situation.
Yeah, good setup there and able to punish the squishy Nico in the situation. I'm not sure where the TP angle actually came in. Beryl gets cut in by the wall, ulted, and then gets just exploded by the Talia. And the TP gets interrupted pretty quickly by Xiu there.
Yeah, this is, you know, there are always two sides to a barrel. And that was one of the sides.
I think the thing is as well, what's kind of annoying for Dudu is that he has no way to interrupt Xiu's TP other than kill him, which is obviously not the easiest thing to do. And Xiu was just chased him down, had vision in that brush that he retreated to. I mean, Xiu did his job, stopped him coming in. Maybe the fight could have been a lot worse if Dudu was able to show up. But at the end of the day, DNF got what they wanted out of that. And the gold back to pretty even. There is a big advantage between the AD carries, and we have 2-item spike for Aiming, which is significant. But that Rumble is looking very fearsome if he does show up.
It's a big raptor. Just gotta take the big raptor. Lucid. He's like, no, I'm already on my way. I need to get to this dragon pit. And to be perfectly honest, he does. As that one's gonna get started up. Beryl just looking for some angles here, but that is a lot of vision surrounding this dragon for DK. And they will be able to secure it.
Mountain Soul, pretty big.
Oh yeah, that's a scary one. No double dragon, as DNF were able to take that first one, if you remember that first team fight. As level 13 now for Xiu, who has upgraded that Kanik Rukkan, and is going to be able to start dishing out some items. And when Aiming also gets an ornament, and okay, Dudu taking a lot of damage here from Showmaker. Pop Blossom going to come on through. That will line up another orb shot, and Aiming steals it away with a Void Seeker. And Beryl manages to limp out. That is a lot of power removed from the map.
You know what that is? That's Gold King behavior right there.
That absolutely is. He's like, I am the only one. He has a monopoly on money. And it's a good thing to have a monopoly on.
Just times it perfectly, picks up the kill, barely participates, but he's there enough to get that and move back towards mid to pick up a wave there. Is on a ward here. Oh, okay, I thought maybe there's an angle where Bulldog would look for him, but instead he's just moving towards top.
Yep, she was just knocking down this turret with his little hammer. Yes, so there is a Kai'Sa-sized problem in this game that DNF have to solve. They do at least have the Sivir that, like you've mentioned previously, is going to struggle into the Jarvan, but does, if she's left unattended, do a fair bit of damage. But Showmaker is doing a lot more than I expected. I believe he went for the Archangel's build as well, which is often a little bit disappointing. But that initial combo certainly cutting the Rumble up.
Yeah, Archangel's on a rod. I mean, didn't go like Roa into Archangels, which you saw.
Yeah, haven't ever really liked that one.
Definitely a lot more of a slow burn. And the thing is, the Archangels gives a good amount of AP once you've completed it. It's just a bit slower to get going. Now with Shadow Flame, he is chunking. A lot of burst available from that Orianna.
And just went and bought all the AP possible as well prior to that. Just got as many of the books and the rods and things like that.
Yeah. Beef
up the... Of course, raw AP on an Orianna, always better just because you have the shield as well, which does also scale.
We have rods, we have books. Do we have any wands?
Yeah, we did blast him.
We have blast him one. Do we have any, like, staffs? Staves?
Staves? Dangerously large rod is probably a staff.
I mean, it's a rod. Are they not different?
It's a good point. Seraph's kind of looks like a staff. Why do you need it to specifically be called a staff?
I'm just trying to.
What about the staff of flowing water?
That is a staff. Yeah, you're right.
I think we could say that that's a staff.
Okay, I was just gonna check. You know, I'm not as well versed.
The void staff is probably a staff.
Is the void staff a staff? Let me think about this for a second.
Yeah, give you a sec.
Okay, well, I'm glad we got to the bottom of that.
2 staves, can confirm.
Okay, we've ticked all the boxes.
Wizarding is possible.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad we got to the bottom of that.
Yeah. I'm not sure why we got to the bottom of that. Do you know why we got to the bottom of that?
I was just thinking about it and I didn't have it at the top of my head, and it's one of those things you say it and then you think afterwards. Beryl pressed that, and then he thought afterwards.
Yeah, you definitely didn't think before.
Yeah.
We can confirm that. Okay. Sometimes you just want to...
You know what it is? There's a lot of items in League of Legends, and they keep changing them. And Void Staff has only been in the game for about 75,000 years.
Like, why does no one build Frozen Mallet anymore?
So true, actually. There's some Gnar player out there watching this right now.
Oh, actually
just slammed his desk, like, bring it back.
How dare you, Alice! I'm still hurting!
Yeah.
What about... I think Gunblade still gets me. I really want that item back. I love Hextech Gunblade so much.
It's in Arena.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I need to play. Actually, I've just not been an arena guy. Been too busy playing Hades too.
I love how I'm setting that up for you.
Yep. All right. Well, now I have to, because now I can finally build my Gunblade again.
There you go. I love how they're just starting this up.
They are.
Why not?
DNF have been pretty good at committing to objectives and then taking them, but DK do know exactly what's going on the Redemption to heal them all back up again. As Lucid is in the area, it's likely to be a 50-50 as the Shapesplitter actually trying to eat some of these harpoons, but down go the rocks, and there is the Otacon for DNF. Aiming is in the mid lane, just taking a turret. The bottom lane outer does go down as well. DNF got what they were looking for, but at what cost, ladies and gentlemen? As she is also going to stop all of these backs. Lucid also going to make sure life isn't going home. Showmaker is still taking it in a turret. Beryl is just going to die, but I think that was his plan. Life also just goes into a Cataclysm here. Shio trying to get himself out. Won't be able to flash because he just used it. And Showmaker, get to work, buddy. This is what it was for.
I think that's... I'm going to call that worth. I think that's pretty worth, you know? I think they're pretty happy with that. They find a window to start up the Atacon. And Dplus unable to contest. Lucid very nervous about approaching into the Talia. The Unraveled Earth, a big threat. And Aiming and Showmaker just weren't there. Spread across the map. Showmaker didn't have TP. So it just ends up being a pretty easy pickup, and then they try and just chase them down, force some summoners, give Showmaker time. Beryl steps up a little too far, instantly dies, and then she was quick to follow.
I don't think Beryl's going to win POM for today.
No, I don't think so either.
Not yet.
But Dplus do retreat and get the dragon. It is only their second, though. I still think DNF just very happy with how that passage of play went. I was a little concerned when they started up the Atacon. We've seen that go wrong so many times, but the timing was good.
It was. Worked out. We do have Showmaker on the verge of picking up a death cap, which is going to be a large addition of power. We also have Terminus done here for Aiming as well. Not going to go for the AP build because, of course, there is already Orianna, Nico, and Ornn on the map that do the majority of magic damage. So we'll be able to make use of this Black Cleaver that Lucid has put together. But I do feel like it's been a little bit lax on some of the decisions made in this game, because they have a 5-0 Kai'Sa that they just used to take an outer turret while DNF were securing Otacon. I just don't think that that's necessarily the best way to make that happen.
You know, you saw Beryl and Shiryu watching them take the Otacon, and they were all clumped together.
Yeah.
And you know they were just thinking, Guys, if we hit all the ults here, it's just instant ace into Arakan, into the game is over. But they just didn't have their carries.
But also, they were probably like, if we do that, the game's probably over, and this is Rise Group, baby.
Ah, yes.
That's not what we're about. We're about the slow burn. It's not instant gratification here. You know, you have to deserve it. You have to earn it.
This feels like the thing Bro would say.
Absolutely. I think that was in the Bro handbook. They do have one.
I would love to read it.
Oh, it's joyous as the Cyclone going to come in here from Purshik, gets the flash out from Lucid. But otherwise, not too much more is going to be found as Bulldog makes his way all the way in. Beryl just finds two of them, and the Tangle Bobs locks them up, and the Shockwave knocks them down. There's the Flag and Drag as well, the CC, the layering, it is perfect. It's like an onion. Down goes Berserker. He will be able to take Showmaker with him, but there's a knock-up from Shiu. That's for the early game Rumble. As DK will be able to now take this in a turret and then look towards the Baron.
Hey, DK, catch. DNF start a fight on Lucid. Not the best target. I'm not... I don't know, he just starts to engage onto a Jarvan who obviously isn't a target who's that easy to catch. And then Bulldog goes in so aggressively.
And like, Purshik was already out.
And then he gets ulted by Nico, doesn't flash, gets shockwave after, and the fight's just over. I'm just so confused as to why they...
you still have Legend Group brain. That's a mistake, my friend. One that we could understand you've made here today.
Yes.
This is, as we mentioned prior, Rise Group, baby.
Actually, yeah, in the context of Rise Group, it makes complete sense.
It's just Wednesday, man. Like, that's I know it's Saturday currently.
Well, I think that makes more sense, you know?
Yeah. As aiming is going to find Dudu and the rest of the team.
Have you noticed the turret remains say Uzi?
Oh yeah, they do. They're signed. That's really cool. I didn't actually know that about that skin.
Is that only the ones he takes, or is it just any?
Ooh, maybe.
It's going to be hard to tell because aiming's the Gold King. So.
I mean, I've just always thought that you should just only play Jaculov's skin, but maybe now, with the fact that he does get to sign the turrets that he takes, that's pretty cool. All right, the Ram going to come on through here. Trying to zone as there's the double knock-up as well from Lucid as he gets into the backline, but Purshik is also buying a lot of time. It's a trade of junglers. As with the Baron, probably still going to be okay here for DK. As Shiu's still a tank, finds a bit of an angle here, gets right underneath that turret. That was a very weird interaction and series of things that happened. And in the end, the result was Shiu's dead and so's the turret.
Okay.
We're a bit fast and loose with our Barons today, aren't we?
Hey, DNF.
Heads up!
You don't need to be diving the tower here. A little bit unnecessary. Lucid goes so deep, and then the counter engage comes in from Purshik to buy time, and then Lucid just dies. And then she was like, hey, me
hold
too.
my beer.
I mean, it is cool. This is a cool play. The knock-up redirect, shockwave, but no one dies except him.
Yeah. He's like, hey, Lucid, tell me how that shockwave thing went.
Yeah, so...
It was a little different because that was in the river, and this was under an inner turret.
This is such a nice game.
It's perfect. It's what we all wanted. It is still a 6,000 gold lead. They still have a couple of Barons for another 30 seconds or something like that.
They're still very ahead
in the mid lane. Yeah.
You know, which is also a little concerning because it feels like they're not learning a lesson.
No. And that is the frustration of being a DK fan, and it always has. It's when will they learn? And the answer is never. They will forever be DK.
Oh, look, it just rotated.
Yep. Oh, it's actually so sick.
Oh, yeah, and the bottom one doesn't have it, so it's only ones he...
Yeah. So, like, tags it on his way out. Man, that is so cool. I wonder who's going to be the next Hall of Legends inductee.
I know who you want it to be.
I know. I'm pretty sure he's eligible, too.
I mean, he's won 2 worlds on different teams.
Yeah.
He's won your heart.
Oh, imagine the documentary. Trying to figure him out.
What?
You know?
Okay, so we have Uzi signing the towers when they go down. What would you want on the barrel skin? What cool feature would you want?
I'd want it to just, like, whenever you die, it just pops up saying worth. That's what I'd want.
Yeah.
Something like that would be fine. Or I needed to do my dailies anyway, or something like that. I'll quickly Alt-Tab or something. Something along those lines. There's certainly, I'm sure Beryl is going to come up with something beautiful when he's going to get there. As aiming, he can kill more than just Krakens now, as he has upgraded that one. And Shiu has an adaptive helm. Kind of cool.
You mean a Jack show?
Oh, sorry, it's adaptive helm in TFT.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. Do they share the icon? I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure it is.
I think they're a little bit different, right?
They're just a little bit different, but like it's just I see them too small and I don't process it.
Yeah, adaptive helm is a little bit different.
I think my brain is just not working. I was too busy thinking of what Beryl would say when he died. Oh, right, and actually that's not even the one. So I think I have actually no idea. Let me see whether it's different though in the TFT one.
Yeah. I mean, he is pretty tanky now, you know. Lacking a little bit in the armor department. Like, you get armor from Unending Despair and Jack Show.
Yeah, Adaptive Helm is just mirrored Jack
they use Jack Show.
They actually just used
TFT?
Jack Show, yeah.
Wow.
And I played a game, I managed to hit the Zac augment just before the match.
Oh, well, that's good. I was going to say, though,
about it.
She was lacking a little bit in the armor department, because although he has two items that give armor in the adaptive, in the Unending Despair and the Jack Show, he doesn't have like a Randuin's or something. So
doesn't it look like a helm that's going to make you more adaptive, though?
I mean, I don't know what a Jack Show is.
It doesn't look like Jack's shoes very much. It looks like a hat.
Yeah. But, I mean, Berserker will do a good amount of damage to Shiu, is what I was trying to say in my point before we got distracted by Jack Show.
Oh, wait, they're not even mirrored. They're just the same.
Yeah, it's just Jack Show.
Just exactly the same.
The protein.
The protein Jack shoes. Love that.
I'm losing my mind.
Fantastic. This is some Rise Group content. Alright, the Ram's going to come on down. Shiu finds only one knockoff, but still this whole team is split. Pop Blossom going to connect onto Dudu, but already Berserker is getting some work done. And Beryl, how did he live? He should not have lived. Showmaker's going to go gold and is now aiming, taking matters into his own hands. Still has the flash. DK, they're going to get out with one dead. But that is a loss in the team fight, technically. Yeah, and actually, Hyoshik peeling for Berserker was so critical there. Saved him, saved his AD carry. So watch what actually happens. The engage comes in onto the Sivir. You can see, has to flash the Cataclysm flag and drag. And then the Ornn gets interrupted by the Cyclone, otherwise he would have got knocked up again. So Berserker able to kite it out, and that DPS threat means aiming can't just charge him down. So the peel from the Wukong critical there to keep his Sivir alive. And the threat of the 4-item Sivir very real right now. Very much is. He's got about as much damage as he needs, to be perfectly honest. As we got 6 items done, including an ornament and a GA here for aiming. As Berserker is still cutting through Shiu. I mean, this is what I mean. He doesn't have. You need like a Randuin's, really. Yeah. If you're gonna cut down Berserker's damage significantly, when he has 4 items within an LDR, he does just kind of shred you when you have those. He did not need protein Jack shoes, man. Yeah, he has those half armor items. Yeah. Like the hybrid ones. Oh, there's a flank. Yeah, Bulldog gonna get put into the baby cage. And the Ram is gonna come down to stop any sort of follow-up. As you can see, Shiu actually going for it here, gets a knock-up onto life, and is not going to get snared either. So that is a dead Bulldog for the next 50 seconds. He does have teleport, but that is such a long death timer at this stage of the game. Yeah, it's still a bit spooky to go to the Baron because Equalizer's up, Cyclone's up. They will start it, but this is very fightable for DNF. Look at the low health bars on Dplus. Yeah, Showmaker is actually needing to be very, very careful here. Gets the Seraph Shield, but now that's going to be on cooldown. As Beryl looking for an angle here, doesn't get the Pop Blossom onto anything at all. Neither does he hit the Tangle Barbs. His aiming has said that he just wants to dive into 4 people, and it's going to be successful. Void Seeker will land, but he doesn't have any more killer instinct because he used all of it in that last fight. And whatever that was, it just worked.
Main character Kaiser energy there from aiming, just flies in, complete
He
confidence.
couldn't have been more in the middle.
Yeah, he was just
He was
like,
Malcolm, straight up Malcolm into the team fight.
and Reese wasn't there to beat him up, you know?
Oh, bring down the replay.
Yeah, Beryl comes in, does force the spell shield, and then she was getting beat up. He just flies straight in and just starts shredding. So many things on cooldown. Flashing there just to delete the Sivir as well. Knows the only person who really has the DPS to cut through that Bloodthirster shield. Aiming doing exactly what he needs to there. And now Mountain Soul for Dplus. If you thought that Bloodthirster shield was obnoxious.
Yeah, and also, if you thought that the Jack Shows wasn't quite doing enough, maybe it'll be fine now. As we've also, like, he's got the magic damage shield, he's got the regular mountain shield as well.
He's also
Hugh is unkillable.
He's approaching, he's building the Randuins. Once he gets the Randuins, that
and the Wardens is actually, like, pretty decent as a start anyway.
Yeah.
Oh dear. And they were already like 10,000 gold ahead. They are still that, but they have even more now.
I mean, in credit to DNF, they were doing pretty good for how far behind
True.
they were.
They also got the Otacon. That was a pretty cool play.
They did make the game interesting. But I think Dplus are about to make the game over.
You got to make the really cool Malcolm in the Middle reference as well, which was great.
Hey, you opened up with it. So,
Yeah, the Reese one got me. That really, really did get. Maybe the reason, maybe his dad was actually cooking at the time, and so like Reese was there joining him or helping him out or something like that. That's why Aiming got away with it.
Yeah, nothing.
Might have been the angle.
Yeah, you hear they're going to do like a reunion?
Yeah. That's actually, I think, why it's in my brain, because I saw something about that more recently.
What a great show.
Oh, it's
honestly.
such a good show. That's a lot of our teenage years, or at least mine. Maybe it was your primary school.
Not that much younger than you.
No, actually not that much. As all right, the entire ring of these inhibitor turrets has gone down. And DNF, one last defense, one last chance to keep themselves alive in this game. One thing to remember, though, is that this is Rise Group. Anything can happen in game 2. They have to keep their mental intact, but this game is looking done and dusted. As there's a Cataclysm from Lucid, finds a nice double knockup, finally a Pop Blossom lands, and Beryl is gonna die yet again, but Aiming is untouched outside of this equalizer as the Killer Instinct comes in. Bulldog not gonna die to it just yet, but he has to come out of stasis eventually, and the Acathian is raining down to grab all these kills. Down goes the Nexus, and DK will take game 1.
You know, I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I've talked about an issue close to my heart about justice for supports. This was as far as away. This was AD carry. This was all AD carry, you know.